Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and these are two Kindle e-reading devices. The one on the left is a Kindle Touch, which I picked up in 2011, and the one on the right is a newer model called the Kindle Paperwhite, which I bought in 2016. Part of the reason I upgraded is just because I'd had this one for about 5 years and the battery wasn't as good as it used to be, but also there's a much nicer screen on this model. It has a higher resolution display, it looks a little bit sort of more paper-like in some ways, and it also is an illuminated display, which allows you to read in darker environments or just sort of brighten the screen in different environments. So overall, it's an upgrade in a lot of ways, but there's one thing that older models could do that the newer versions don't, and that's audio. So there's a built-in speaker and a headphone jack on the older Kindle, and you can use it to listen to professionally narrated audiobooks or other audio, and there's also a built-in text-to-speech feature, which allows it to read books out loud to you.
This is a test document that I'm using to demonstrate voice view on the Amazon Kindle. It's written specifically for use in this demo video for Liliputing.com. Text-to-speech features were built into older versions of Amazon's Kindle devices.
This allowed you to have a Kindle convert written words into spoken language and read a story to you.
So that's what it sounds like using the built-in speaker. It's a feature that you don't get with the newer models. Kind of. It turns out that there is actually text-to-speech software in the new models, but it's designed as an accessibility feature. So in addition to reading audiobooks to you, it'll read everything on the screen, including menus, and give you different gestures to interact. So it can be a little bit more sort of awkward to navigate if you're not visually impaired and don't need it to read everything that you're doing to you, but the quality is actually improved. But again, there's no actual speaker and there's no headphone jack. So Amazon sells an adapter called the Kindle Audio Adapter for about $20. You can find a link to that website in the description of this video or at liliputing.com. Or you can buy a version of the Kindle that comes bundled with the Kindle Audio Adapter. And it allows you to plug in headphones or a speaker or anything else and listen to everything that your Kindle is reading to you. Or you can sort of build your own. So what I have here is a USB audio adapter. Sells for about $6 or $7. It's made to plug into a computer and give you a headphone and a microphone jack. And then this is a micro USB to full-size USB adapter. So I can plug these two things together, plug in headphones, or in this case I'm plugging in a speaker so you can hear it. And then when I plug that in, it should automatically detect it and start reading. Sometimes it can be a little finicky, but
This is a test document that I'm using to demonstrate voice view on the Amazon Kindle. It's written specifically for use in this demo video for Liliputing.com. Text-to-speech features were built into older versions of Amazon's Kindle devices. This allowed you to have a Kindle convert written words.
Now, in addition to what we're listening to,
read a story to you. Enabled.
If I touch the screen,
Double tap and hold for more options.
it will read everything out loud to you.
Home button. Double tapped. Quick actions button. Quick actions. Dialog box. Voice view settings button. Accessibility. Home button. Double tap to select. Speech rate. Adjust the speed of voice view. Reading speed. Home button. 1.25x. Radio button selected. 0.8 text. 0.8 text. 1 button. 1x default radio button. 1x default radio button selected. Cancel button. Accessibility. Home.
So you can see it's a little bit sort of awkward to try to navigate that way. What I would recommend if you're not visually impaired and don't need the assistance is just unplug it. And then when you find the book that you want, going through all the touchscreen menus, plug it in and you can start listening. Now this particular version that I'm using can be a little bit finicky. Sometimes it comes unplugged. So the Kindle Audio Adapter for $20 is a pretty good idea if you want one that's really designed to work with the Kindle. You can try building your own because this whole thing is a little bit cheaper. It's maybe $10 or $12 worth of equipment. And if you already have these lying around, it definitely gives you an opportunity to test it and see how it works. In general, again, it's not really designed to replace professionally narrated audiobooks, and it's not really designed to completely replicate the text-to-speech features that were in the older version. But if you are sort of patient and willing to plug and unplug and navigate through menus, you can use it that way. And it's definitely a nice feature to have if you are visually impaired or have other reasons why you do want to have everything read out loud to you. So that's a quick look at the difference between the old-fashioned text-to-speech on older Kindles and the newer voice view feature, which is available as an accessibility setting or option on the newer Kindles, including the Kindle Paperwhite that I'm looking at here. So you can find more information about that at liliputing.com. This is Brad Linder.